Hello guys and welcome back to another video in our channel as we will be previewing Chelsea's game versus Copenhagen, as Chelsea will be traveling away to Copenhagen for the Conference League fixture. A very important fixture for Chelsea. It is a knockout fixture, and if Chelsea can get a result, even more, since they will build up in their last victory. So Chelsea's last game against Copenhagen was in the Champions League, and you can see the team here. You can just see how Chelsea had men who are very experienced and who are very reliable. Chelsea will be now facing Copenhagen with quite a young team. And we will preview this game and talk more about it. Now, we know that Chelsea managed to win emphatically against Southampton, and that brought some bit of encouragement to the players. So if Chelsea can actually win these two Copenhagen games as well as win the Leicester game, then it can be a huge motivation for Chelsea as before they go for the international break. Again, do not forget to check out my previous video where I talked about why Chelsea won't sign a new goalkeeper in the summer. It's something that Fabrizio Romano actually talked about, and it's something that really left a lot of fans with a lot of questions with regards to how Chelsea actually are conducting their business this season. But today we are talking about this Copenhagen game. We know very well that the Conference League had that kind of positive vibe thing for Chelsea because it also allowed the fringe players to play. And this Conference League, when Chelsea were playing it, Chelsea were flying in the Premier League, as Chelsea were actually seated second in the Premier League. So will the Conference League actually bring that back to Chelsea? Now, there's some changes in the squad with Cole Palmer and Trevor Chalobah coming in, with Romeo Lavia and Wesley Fofana going out. And with Fofana, at least he played this season. Lavia, we did not see him play last season. We are not seeing him playing this season. I really don't understand it, but we wish both of them quick recovery. Now, we're going to preview this game, the lineup, the tactics that Enzo Maresca can employ, and will Chelsea replicate their victory over Southampton? Now, before we even start, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Now, let's go to the lineup directly, and Sanchez is more likely to keep his position as he is currently Chelsea's second goalkeeper. We have seen Jorgensen being preferred in the Premier League, and I've really talked in depth about Sanchez and Jorgensen. Please check the previous video that I have uploaded where I tactically explain both of them. I've gone to the centre back pairing of Chalobah and Tosin Adarabioyo. I think this game Colin may not play, and with the departure of Disasi, it's more likely to have Tosin and Trevor Chalobah, which is actually a good partnership that I would really like to see, because somehow I'd seen Colwell being a bit clumsy, but even Chalobah is clumsy, but Tosin and Chalobah will be great fit for this game. Fullback position, I'm going to go with Malo Gusto and Marco Correa. Yes, I'm going strong because we are currently at the round of 16. Chelsea need to win a trophy this season. And if that trophy that Chelsea need to win is the Conference League, then let's take it, because we're not going to win the Premier League. We're out of the FA Cup. We're out of the Carabao Cup. The only trophy we are remaining with is a Conference League. And realistically, Chelsea are the favorites to win this cup. In midfield, I've gone with a midfield three of a midfield holding pivot of Enzo, Dewsbury Hall, and Cole Palmer playing ahead of them. Again, we have a lot of injuries, so we cannot do heavy rotations in the team, because if we probably had Lavia, then it would be Lavia and Dewsbury Hall, and probably if João Felix was there, I would play him, or you could play Nkunku as a number 10, but Gil is out injured, so I will go with that midfield 3. Then in the front line, I'm also going with the front 3, and I'm retaining the front 3 that Chelsea played against Southampton. That is Nkunku down the left, Pedro Neto as the center forward, and Sancho as the right winger. Remember, this is not an easy game. Chelsea will need to get a result, especially away at Copenhagen, because when you come to the Stamford Bridge, then you can actually look to make changes, and I really liked the way Pedro Neto played in that number 9, and this can be a good practice match also to build their confidence. So my previous lineup had put Caicedo, but I decided to omit him, so Chelsea will play with a 4-3-3. Chelsea can decide to have fullbacks who are overlapping as the front 3 remain narrow, or one fullback overlapping while the other tucks in. so that Cole Palmer can look to occupy those half space positions. And it all depends with the way Chelsea play. If Chelsea just field a competent starting 11, then they are more likely to win. And I'm not against the young players playing in this game. Now I'm going to go and in depth and look at the tactics that Enzo Maresca can look to try and deploy in this game and try to get the best out of Chelsea, because I saw Maresca make some tactical tweets in the Southampton game, and I really talked about it. I heavily dug on it, talked about it, explained it, and it was really remarkable how Maresca actually changed his overall tactics. Now, in possession, Chelsea can go in two ways, either moving in a box midfield with having Cucurella inverting alongside Fernandes, with Palmer and Dewsbury Hall looking to occupy those channels. That can be one way that Chelsea can look to try and create overloads by having that boxing midfield. But can Nkunku actually play as a wide player? Probably not. So Chelsea have to adapt, because if you want to play with a 3-5, you need to have wingers in the wide areas or wing backs who can generate that width. But with Christopher Nkunku, is a player who likes more to drift towards the left half space position. So it will be prudent if you actually play him in that position so that he can maximize the best that he can. Remember, he scored the opening goal for Chelsea in the Southampton match. Alternatively, Chelsea can look to move into these three into a diamond shape, Cucurella generating the width down the left, and Nkunku, Palmer, and Dewsbury Hall occupying the spaces in between the lines. And I think this might be the best. Neto stretching the back line, and you have Sancho generating the width down the right, and Fernandes playing deeper by himself, being covered with the other centre backs. Without the ball, Chelsea can also look to try and press aggressively in a 4-3-3 kind of fashion, with Sancho leading, with Neto leading the line, and Dewsbury Hall and Palmer picking up the pivots, and Chelsea's wide players looking to pick up the fullbacks and the wide centre backs. This can allow Chelsea to maintain that solidity in midfield as well as in attack, as Copenhagen might try to play out from the back. We need Neto to lead the press, because Neto is really effective in that number 9 position compared to Nkunku. He offers a lot, is more dynamic, can easily be relied upon in that position. And it's something that Chelsea will heavily need. Now, let's go to my thoughts on this game. So, a lot of us did not take the Conference League seriously last season, but in my opinion, the Conference League is a very important cup, especially for a young team. You know, Chelsea have not won a trophy in 2 years, so it will be good to end this trophy drought by winning a trophy, unless we start having that Spurs DNA at Chelsea. So I am really going strong in this fixture. I want this cup at the end of the season. I want to see the players wearing winners' medals. It can be something that is very good that the players can actually carry on to next season, because there's this natural thing that you find players actually being more competitive once they win. Because if you see players have played, probably lucky enough, Chelsea managed to play well and probably finish in the top 4. Then they complement it by adding winners' medals from the Conference League. It's going to really uplift these players, and they're going to play well next season with the hope and the intention that they want to win titles. It's a very good culture to build. And again, it's away at Copenhagen. Copenhagen are looking to be more aggressive in this game. They're going to take the game at Chelsea. They're going to try and impress their fans. So what a better way than Chelsea actually putting a statement? Because I believe that Copenhagen is one of the most difficult teams in this competition. But Chelsea is the most difficult opponent that any team can actually face in this Conference League. Chelsea have the opportunity to go to Copenhagen and win. My score prediction is going to be a 3-0 victory. I also go with a clean sheet. I know it's going to be a tough game, but Chelsea really need to win this game. I'm optimistic about this game. I'm optimistic at this cup, and Chelsea should take this Conference League cup very seriously. What do you think? Do you agree with my sentiments of Chelsea's Conference League run? If you do agree, Leave your comments in the comment section area below, like the video, share and subscribe. Do not forget to check our previous videos. I wish you all the best. Thanks for watching and see you next time.